Hello everyone, very good afternoon to all of you. Welcome to the session. Can you please confirm me if my audio and video is good to go, if it's all good? एक बार मुझे confirm कर दीजिए. Okay. Thank you. Hello, welcome to the session. So, welcome to another session where I am gonna give you guys some questions to practice. I'm gonna take your practice और ये टाइमर के साथ होगी. जल्दी से लाइक और शेयर कर दो वीडियो को. सब्सक्राइबर चैनल for those who don't know, on our main channel CrackGradeB, I take classes on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Rest of the days, that's Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, I have classes here 1:30 to 2 p.m. हम अच्छे कुछ questions practice कर लेते हैं so that we are in a habit of regular practice. Let's start now because we have like a short class, so I don't want to put more time into other things, but do check out the description box for more details. ये पहला question है आपके सामने. Please start working on it. Answer here in the chat. You have the clear-cut instruction given. What should be the answer? No error. There is no error in this one. समझो कैसे? On the face of it, we don't know what it is used for, but it's okay. It's not wrong till now. आपको केवल error mark करना है. So on the face of whatever it, a new kind subject of reservation where in education and jobs which are solely based on income or economic criteria. This new kind was destined to face several है, several के साथ हमेशा plural आता है, several hurdles, and ये है constitutional hurdles. So there was nothing wrong in the given sentence. यहाँ पे एक छोटा confusion हो सकता है of subject verb agreement. So try and understand. There is a new kind of reservation. This is my first noun and that's why, because ये तो starting phrase हो गया. A new kind, this is my subject of reservation. किस में है? Reservation in education and reservation in jobs. Jobs में भी reservation होता है. So it gives us a meaning which makes sense. That's why I know my subject is singular. And उसका verb later on जो आया है वो was आएगा, which is in agreement. Move on to the next question. Anything which is an error is to be spotted, okay? Answer is extended. Understand बोला क्या जा रहा है यहाँ पे? For the first time, ये तो starting phrase हो गया. It has upheld, verb third form, a kind of reservation that specifically, particularly excludes, singular है तो excludes those from the three existing categories. देखो categories because three है of beneficiaries and is extended. एक रिजर्वेशन खुद अपने आप एक्सटेंड नहीं करेगा किसी चीज को. दिस पार्ट आफ्टर एंड माई वर्ब इज बीइंग रिपीटेड. So I'll have to search, I have to go back. My mind should help me understand कि ये किसका verb है, इसका subject कौन है. So it was upheld. There is a kind of reservation. That kind excludes, and that reservation is the one that is extended solely on the base of in economic criteria. So reservation, kind of reservation, जिसके लिए मैंने that use करा है, इसी के लिए after and अब मैं passive में दूसरी बात बोल रही हूँ. And this is your context plus grammar which is required here. Answer is B. The logic behind this scheme, this has to come with singular noun, of affirmative action. So the logic was, logic is singular, subject verb agreement में was आएगा. That reservation is a tool of reparation of or groups excluded. कहीं से किसी को exclude करा जा रहा है. So the sense here will only come if from is to be used. Excluded from mainstream avenues of advancement. Due to what? Due to caste discrimination. While it should के साथ become बराबर है, not become a benefit or reward for what? For individual members. Members कहाँ के हैं? Same groups के हैं. Groups who may have or members who may have made reasonable progress. तो दोनों ही तरीके से may के साथ have and verb का third form, adjective, nouns, prepositions सब अपनी जगह पर बिल्कुल बराबर है. Right? Just that exclude अगर कहीं से हो रहा है, in that case we go for excluded from. If you want to use include, then you can say in. Okay? Okay, understand. In 2014, a committee constituted by the ECI what to probe. अब probe investigate क्या करेंगे? Methods to enable what? Overseas voters mandates. Overseas voters is a compound noun. कंपाउंड नाउन तो है लेकिन इसका भी मैंडेट्स की बात हो रही है. ऑफ कोर्स प्लूरल ऑलरेडी है, दैट्स व्हाई अपोस्ट्रोफी आएगा. concluded. Now this committee, which is the subject, यहाँ से mandates तक, it's the explanation of committee. This committee concluded that proxy voting was the most viable. Definitely superlative है तो हमें the लगाना पड़ेगा. Though some political parties objected to the idea. So though के बाद there is another clause. Parties जिसका subject है, objected उसका verb है. So you have to check the sentence in every single sense possible. We cannot just go with how do we feel about it. We need to have a strong reason and technical reason why this error is the error in the given sentence. Some parties raised the question. Some parties raised the question whether, क्योंकि question दिया है आगे, so the question is okay. NRIs will get what? Benefit. Denied to, कैसा benefit है? So sometimes we use a noun and post that we use verb third form as adjective to explain that noun further. So benefit जो कि denied था to internal migrant workers, but the higher costs of travel back to India as opposed to traveling within. Now understand, अभी इतने सबके चलते what exactly is your subject? So whether NRIs will get a benefit but the higher cost, whether this will happen or not is a valid reason for allowing NRIs what? The balloting facility, कौन सा? Postal balloting facility, also electronic adjective and इस electronic के लिए we have adverb over here. So a lot of times आपका sentence weather से शुरू होता है, okay, and there is this whole weather का explanation, weather को पूरा करने के लिए. So whether students will understand the question or not, whether the students will understand the questions, whether the students will understand the chapter is not a question here. तो आपका sentence, आपका subject actually weather के साथ शुरू हो रहा है and every other thing here from NRIs to the word within is the part of explanation of weather. Because of it, the whole thing is one idea, it is singular in nature. I'll give you another example, okay? So if I want to say whether it will rain today, has nothing to do with my plans. तो आपने weather के साथ इतना बोला, has इसका subject का verb है, which is singular in nature. This is sometimes you have to understand. This time it was a lengthier part. Maybe that's what might have confused you. Otherwise, subject verb agreement is one of those first things that we check. These are double fillers. दो his charges are high, दो है तो contrast आएगा. यहाँ पे contrast है. The service provided is a standard quality. Now there has to be contrast, so यहाँ पे ऐसे ही words लगेंगे जो कि contrast introduce करें. If you are paying someone like a good amount, what do you expect? Good quality, above average, excellent quality. So though charges are high, सर्विस प्रोवाइडेड की तो क्वालिटी अच्छी नहीं है, स्टैंडर्ड ही है वो तो. हाई है तो हाई हाई क्वालिटी, एडवांस क्वालिटी चाहिए. दैट्स व्हाई आंसर आपका डी था यहाँ पे. ओके, सो थिंक दिस वे इन सच क्वेश्चंस वेयर यू हैव टू मेक श्योर दो इज सेटिस्फाइड इन द सेंटेंस. तो आपको सेंटेंस को बनाना भी वैसा ही पड़ेगा. आई होप यू आर अंडरस्टैंडिंग. Anything which you can consume and use is consumable. Exorbitant का मतलब होता है excessively high. So we could have used the word exorbitant, but at least consumable से यहाँ पे आगे कुछ contrast नहीं आता. We have to make sure contrast आए because of the word though. Whoop, or actually let's go with the word whooping. It's a way to talk about how big, how high something is. Whoop as a noun also means to like also means scream of someone, but again यहाँ पे lateral, negligible वगैरह words नहीं आने थे. Second blank was more important. Why not A? Because the service provided is of a consumable quality. दो है ना, so दो में contrast कैसे आएगा? So दो his charges are exorbitant. इतना सही है. So service कैसी है? Service is of a consumable quality, but quality consumable है makes no sense together. Second word के कारण. Answer is B. Generally, meritorious students surpass those who are mediocre. Uh, Whenever you have blanks that close to each other, in fact, it is a very short sentence, you have to use both the words together and check. So, generally, humble students surmount those, makes more sense. Bright students overestimate. Why these students are overestimating their peers? No sense at all. Intelligent students surrender. Why? Is that giving any meaning? No. Studious students respect those who are mediocre. It's nothing to do with respect. We are talking about the intellectual level of the students who are doing great and those who are average. So that's why B Makes sense when we use those two words together. Make sure to like and share the session, guys. Trained employees increase performance and productivity of their industry. So trained people are gonna do that. Of their industry का wisdom तो नहीं बढ़ा सकते ना. Increase wisdom of the industry. Both words should go with the preposition of. Trained employees increase accomplishment and dignity of, maybe dignity but accomplishment of the industry. The company maybe but not industry. Motivation and upgradation, we cannot say. Performance of industry makes sense. Productivity makes sense. So only D. The word should be used in the contextual way, but the word which is after or before, depending on the sentence, and वैसा ही word आपको select करना. Norway has stolen a march over over other developed countries by declaring that it would reduce. This is a declaration. It's not about something getting allowed, posing, estimating, or perceiving. It is a declaration in nature itself. Also, and become carbon neutral. So carbon neutral वो खुद बनेगा. We needed verb first form. You can see it would reduce and it would verb first form. So of course arising हो नहीं सकता. This was super simple because you have a hint that is two. Two twos after the blanks. So Congress party seems to have succumbed to the temptation. Fallen to होता है, reorganized to नहीं होता है, replace with होता है, compared होता है. But seems to have compared to makes no sense. Seems to have fallen to हो सकता था. Fallen to the failure to somehow keep BJP out of power. So यहाँ पे failure to का meaning नहीं निकलता, hence E. Yeah, so you can use to in fact with the word fallen as well, but not in the case where we are saying this statement. Our attempts to understand the process are. So you need a plural here. Nature scope chala jayega. Our ka subject is here, which has to be plural. So our attempts are complicated by the fact. कोई fact और ज़्यादा हमारे attempts को खराब कर रहा है, challenging बना रहा है in a way. So implications to understand नहीं होगा. Limitations हो सकता था, लेकिन moderated as a verb in the second part makes no sense. The noxious dash returned to Delhi and its suburbs with raging stubble fires. Haze. It could be horror, it could not be turbulence, weather, or decision because it is returning. It is also noxious, it is toxic. है ना? So noxious है, toxic है, तो haze है. And severe zones की बात करेंगे. Severity. We are talking about air quality. So the zone can be only severe, none of the others. हाँ, आंसर इसका E था. We're done here. At 8 p.m., I have my class today under our paid course where we are preparing for the RBI exam. And then the regular classes will keep going on at 1:30 p.m. on this channel and alternate days on our main channel CG CrackGradeB and CGB IBPS. अगर अभी तक आपने सब्सक्राइब नहीं करा है तो जल्दी से कर लें. Oh, you have to work on that also so that you don't misread things. You know, it's very important for your exam. Small, small steps, small, small preparation, able to pinpoint things which you can easily correct. Like if you are consistent with practice, इतने में काफी आप score अपना बढ़ा सकते हो. So good you noticed, and I'll see you later. Take care, all of you.